Have you ever stood before something so colossal, so impossibly large, that it made you question why it was ever built in the first place? Around the world, massive statues rise above landscapes, casting their shadows over time and history. They are not merely monuments, they are messages. Messages to future generations, expressions of power, devotion, and creativity. But why do humans feel the need to construct these towering figures? And what do they really represent? Humans have always grappled with the idea of impermanence. Thousands of years ago, before we could write books or build skyscrapers, we carved symbols of ourselves into stone. Statues, particularly giant ones, became a way for civilizations to proclaim their existence. Imagine a group of people wanting to send a message to the future. A message that says, we mattered. Our gods, our leaders, our achievements, they're worth remembering. This isn't just about vanity, it's about legacy. It's about the desire to leave behind something that time, weather, and even history books can't erase. Early examples were religious. Ancient cultures believed their gods needed representation on earth. Towering idols were seen as bridges between the divine and mortal realms. But it wasn't just about gods. Leaders wanted to immortalize themselves too. A king who commissions a statue ensures his name echoes through eternity, long after the flesh fades away. Why go through the painstaking process of building something so enormous, especially in eras without modern machinery? Sometimes it was to declare dominance. A ruler might commission a statue taller than anything ever seen before to send a clear message. I'm here to stay, and so is my power. In some cases, it was to unite people under a shared identity. A massive statue could become a cultural centerpiece, a rallying point for festivals, ceremonies, or collective pride. Religious devotion played an equally significant role. Cultures believed that creating monumental statues of gods or spiritual icons would bring them closer to divinity. By dedicating resources, time, and effort, communities demonstrated their faith and hope for blessings in return. Be it abundant harvests, victory in battle, or peace in their land. And let's not forget memorials. Some statues honor fallen heroes, commemorate victories, or remind us of the cost of human conflict. In this sense, they are not just monuments of pride, but also reflections of sorrow, sacrifice, and resilience. Creating these statues is no small feat. Even today, constructing a giant statue is a monumental engineering challenge. So imagine how awe-inspiring it must have been in ancient times. Many early statues were carved directly out of stone, using tools that seem primitive by today's standards. Sculptors would start with massive stone blocks and chip away, sometimes for decades. Granite, limestone, and marble were commonly used because of their durability, but these materials were not chosen lightly. The type of stone often carried symbolic meaning. For example, marble was associated with purity and immortality. As technology progressed, so did the methods. The use of bronze allowed for more intricate designs and larger structures. Casting bronze statues was an incredibly delicate process involving molten metal, molds, and endless precision. Steel and reinforced concrete emerged in the 20th century, enabling modern architects to build structures far larger than their ancient counterparts ever dreamed of. The location also mattered. Many giant statues were built on hills or cliffs, ensuring they could be seen from miles away. The journey to transport materials to such challenging sites was often as impressive as the construction itself. For religious statues, the symbolism is clear. They are earthly representations of gods and spirituality. Such statues inspire awe and devotion, reminding believers of their faith. Political statues, on the other hand, often symbolize power, unity, or victory. These figures aren't just artistic expressions, they're statements, sometimes of peace, other times of conquest. Some modern statues take on more abstract meanings. They can represent freedom, equality, or the pursuit of knowledge. They're built not to glorify a single person or god, but to reflect collective human values. But statues can also divide. Some become controversial over time, as societies change and begin questioning the ideals they once celebrated. What one generation sees as a hero, another might view as a tyrant. This evolving symbolism shows how dynamic our relationship with these monuments can be. So what is it about giant statues that continues to captivate us? Perhaps it's the sheer scale. Standing next to something so vast forces us to confront our own smallness. It's humbling, but also inspiring. It reminds us of what humans are capable of when we dream big. Then there's the craftsmanship. When you consider the time, effort, and ingenuity required to create these statues, you can't help but be impressed. Each chisel mark, each weld, each carefully balanced beam tells a story of dedication. And finally, they represent stories. Stories of who we were, who we are, and who we aspire to be. They connect us to the past while giving us something to aspire to for the future. Today, the trend of building giant statues isn't slowing down. If anything, it's accelerating. Nations around the world continue to build bigger and more elaborate monuments, fueled by advances in engineering and materials. But the question remains, what will future generations think of these colossal creations? Will they marvel at them as we do today? Or will they serve as cautionary tales about the ambitions and hubris of their creators? What's certain is that these statues will endure. They will continue to stand tall, silently witnessing the ebb and flow of humanity. They will remain beacons of culture, art, and history. So the next time you find yourself gazing up at a giant statue, remember, it's not just a piece of stone or metal. It's a piece of us, a testament to our need to create, to remember, and to inspire. These statues are more than monuments. They are mirrors reflecting the heights of human ambition and the depths of our shared stories.